guys, and welcome back to Goldbug Gaming. Today, got a special treat for you. I've already been in, I think, for those who've seen the last episode there with the 3 battles, we kind of introduced you to the Hadashi cruiser, and we were showing about how to get rid of the player kill issue there. And you know, you have to basically have to equal out the damage with positive strikes against enemy units. But I did want to kind of do a showcase here over the Hadashi. I know that the other cruisers, the Erie and the Black Swan, didn't get this kind of treatment. It's not that I don't like those ships, I do. It's just this is something I just thought about doing for your guys' entertainment, to add in a little more to the episode. I'm not going to be doing this all the time, just on certain ships, on most of them, that we can pull up a little bit of reference. Now, I'm not going to go into in-depth analysis of this boat. That's more along the lines of other content creators. This is off of Wikipedia, so I am going to give them their due right there. But this is basically just a quick rundown of this cruiser, a little bit of history. As you can, I mean, you guys can read this up if you want. I just put in the Hadashi cruiser, and it'll bring it up. But there's some interesting facts that I didn't know about reading this. Is when she was laid down, the kill was laid down, and they were building her. She had problems with her boiler. They had concerns over the fact that they were trying to get her to reach, it was 16 knots, and she was unable to do so because of the boiler issue, and that's something that plagued this ship long into its career. But you know, I would have to say she had some moderate success during her career. I mean, we'll go over the design real quick and then the specs. You know, she differed from, as it says here, her sister ship. You know, primarily that her windows were rectangular. I'm sure that's not just the only thing that differed from, but she had a steel hull with 94 frames, constructed of mild steel, double bottom, waterproof compartments, so on and so forth. I thought it was interesting that the bow was reinforced with a naval ram, so she could ram if needed. She had vital equipment, including boilers and ammunition magazines, which were interesting for the day, and were protected by hardened steel armor, as were the gun shields. Now, this is also interesting, and this is something that is not represented in World of Warships, and I think that's because later on, if you go ahead and read the rest of the information here about this ship, you'll see that they replaced this gun. But she had a main battery that consisted of one breech-loading 320 millimeter Canadian gun mounted in the bow of the ship, which could fire, 450 kilogram armor-piercing or 350 kilogram explosive shells at an effective range of 8,000 meters or 4.3 nautical miles. Now, to keep in mind here, you're talking about a very small cruiser with a very big gun. This provided problems. As we all know, if you ever looked at you go into a lot of the history with the U.S. battleships, some were known to have capsized because they would turn all their turrets to one side, fire at the same time. And you had one or two results. The worst being it would capsize the ship. The best being it would literally move it sideways in the water. And I am by no means any naval historian. It's just I have touched some naval history here and there, and some naval science with how some of this stuff was done. But overall, the Hadashi is a good little cruiser for World of Warships as it's portrayed. In real life, like I said, it had a mediocre service life. It did its job. But it was quickly, as time marched on, it was quickly replaced by other cruisers, more advanced, more superior cruisers through armament, speed, and armor. So But this is the Hadashi. There's quite an extensive amount of information on her. It's interesting to note that she was ordered in 1886. She was laid down on August 6th of 1888, and then finally she was launched March 24th in 1891. It took 3 years to get her completed. She was completed on 26th of June 1894, and then she was struck on April 1st, 1922, and then she was scrapped in 1927. So she never got to see the Great World War. And I doubt that if she did, she wouldn't, I mean, she would have been more like our Coast Guard. She wouldn't have been something that would have been too much of a danger, per se. Her class was a Machishima class cruiser. Displacement 4,347 tons. Length total of 300 feet 3 inches. Beam was 15.6 meters, or 51 foot 2 inches. Draft was 19 feet 10 inches. This is the interesting part. She had propulsion 2-shaft reciprocating, 6 boilers. Can't pronounce anything today. Which get up to 4,000 kilowatts, 680 tons of coal needed to provide for that. She was supposed to actually reach 16.5 knots, or up to 19 miles per hour, but she could not. The most she ever reached was 12. Was her maximum. That complement was 360 crew. Armament was one 320 millimeter Kanei gun. That's what we were talking about earlier. She had 11 4.7 inch guns, Mark 1 through 4, and then 6 6-pounder Hotchkiss guns, as well as 2 3-pounder Hotchkiss guns. She had 4 356 millimeter torpedo tubes. On her armor, she had 50 millimeter 2 inches. On the deck, gun turrets were 300 millimeter 12 inches, and the gun shields were 100 millimeter 4 inches. That is her realistic armor and loadout, as far as speed and weight, displacement, beam, draft, propulsion, all of that. You guys feel welcome to come here and look at this, learn a little bit about this ship. That way you get a better understanding of it. For now, let's go into World of Warships. And what we have here is the World of Warships version. And you can look at the artillery. She has 2 120 millimeter main battery firing guns, turrets. Unlike the Erie, these are in 2 turrets, front and back, but they boast 2 barrels each. Okay, so you're thinking, well, you know, the Erie's got more guns. No, it doesn't. It's got the same amount. It's just they're in 4 separate turrets, where this is in just 2 turrets with 2 barrels each. 4 barrels. There are 4 guns total. Okay, so that's the big difference there. Moving on to the defense, the anti-aircraft defense. I kind of made a mistake earlier in my episode, where I did 3 battles in a row there with her Bad Wolf on that episode. I said 7.2 on the AA guns. That is absolutely incorrect. I apologize for that. It's 7.7 millimeter. Okay. And then she had 3 of those. And then for another set of AA guns, she had 25 millimeter. She had 4 of those, twin mod. Okay, and then lastly, of course, the big guns here. Let's zoom in a little bit so we can show you. The 120 millimeters could also be used for anti-air. And if you want to see the real damage 120 millimeters do, yes, I know it's a movie, but if you see Saving Private Ryan, you see where they pull out that 120 millimeter and start using it on that crew that's attacking the tank, and it absolutely shreds those infantrymen. So don't think this thing can't do damage. It can. You just got to respect the class that you're in. Okay, this is tier 1, and like I said, I know I mentioned that. I would not mention it anymore, but you can't take this gun up against a battleship and think you're going to win. It's just not going to work, guys. So there's the artillery, the defense, maneuverability. She's a really maneuverable ship. Max speed 19.5 knots. World of Warships went ahead and gave her that. Again, in history, in the Wikipedia, she could only reach like 12 knots at the most. She very rarely ever got up to the 19.5. She's got a fantastic circle radius, really good rudder shift time to help you avoid those incoming torpedoes if you're facing torpedoes, which I think I was at a couple of missions. She's got a really great detect by sea, 7.7, so she can really get in there and sneak up on destroyers. Detectability by air, 4.7. So, if you stay away from planes, you can kind of sneak up on those destroyers and really lay into them if you get into that range. Alright, so that's everything we need to talk about the Hadashi. Now we're going to go ahead and take her in and play her. See how we fare today. By the way, I'm still pink. Thank you. You have to play like 10 games or something to that effect and equal out the damage that you caused to make it right. And I've already went over that whole thing in that episode. If you want, go watch Bad Wolf. It'll explain to you about what you should do, shouldn't do, that kind of thing. You always want to keep a mindful eye out there for your teammates. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be protecting one another, covering each other, working as a team to help defeat, the other team. Or if things are really low sounding on this.
Battle starts.
It's just low sound. I don't know what happened there. It's kind of odd. We had a lot of technical difficulties when we got this gaming channel going. We're running wrong along the screen resolution, and FPS, all that stuff. We had to work on. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to cut back over here towards this island here, but then we're going to swing back. So I'm going to show you guys a trick in case you guys haven't seen it. Get your map use ready. So we want to go to this island here. So you kind of want to hold shift down, and then we're going to cut across here. Reason for that being is if we find any contacts, we want to be able to have cover. Now you're saying, well, why don't you just breach into enemy cover or enemy? Well, we could, but if there's like two guys sitting over here and two guys here, then that ship just got wasted. So we're going to play it safe for right now. What do we got over here? Okay, we got some boats going, cutting back. Cutting back. Okay, we got one there. Alright, so I'm changing the map coordinates. And you want to set up that whole map thing as a tentative plan. Don't stick to it. Use it as something to moderate your tactics by. If you see that, they're this close, then yeah, then you want to pay attention to what me and this guy here are doing are thinking, you know what, let's take this guy out fast, right? And then we can swing right and roll them up. From their right side, our left side. Alright, it's now both of the, sorry, both right side. Keep to the right. Oh, this might be a problem. Okay, it's a German. Okay. So we can't let this guy tear our buddy up. Oh my god. I just hit him. That means I'm gonna stay peaked a while longer. Let him pass. Good job, buddy. Alright, we're going to kind of stay at half. Reach to a quarter. Our plan worked. We just rolled them up from that one side. Took minimal damage, although I did shoot him once. You always want to let them know you didn't mean to do it. We'll go one more, I think. Because I really want to get that off there, and I can't do that if I keep on. We'll close that out for right now. Something with PayPal. All right, let's go again. Let's see if we can really work it without hitting any of our friends. Again, I'm on the far left side. Same map. This time we're going to swing so see how that works out.
General quarters.
So let's get our guns ready to go to the right side of the ship. Port, starboard, aft, stern, Gotta know your ship facings. But going over the Hadashi, she's a really good little boat here for World of Warships. Again, looking at the armament, you know, she's got those 120 millimeters, very nice guns. I haven't ever really had to mess with her AA, because I just haven't fought those kind of ships yet. I mean, I guess we could try and go into a ranked battle, but I promise you it will be horrible. I will look like an idiot. But it would show you what the AA can do on this ship. Got a friendly Erie over there, Pedro. Alright, so there's some interaction going on there. So possibly going to see one ship over here by us. At this point, I'm going to correct my course. Go right for that big island. Very exact same map we were just on. Let's see if we can do a little bit differently. Looks like they're all okay. There we are. Two ships this way. Unlike one last time, we got two. I did hit him one time. Missed. So I'm going to anticipate some things. Thinking old boy is... It's coming back. We're going to try and lay into him. Starting right there. Test round. Okay, missed. Tighten it up. And fire. Hit it. Tighten it up. Better. Playing the reverse game. What's wrong with that? Oh wow, we got that. Count. Something else that I've noticed, guys, that's a huge problem, is being greedy about the kills. You want that kill, I'm guilty of it. You gotta have it. You know, you're so close to getting that kill. The guy is almost dead. You're like, man, I want that kill. I want the recognition for it. You know, it helps with, cracking under the feature helps with, whatever. All I got to say about that is it's gonna come to you. You just play your best game. Play your best game. You can try to be a glory hound. It hurts you and hurts your team. As you saw in this last fight, okay, so the question is to shoot or not shoot. I am not going to shoot. That's all his. Other people will try and fire rounds into that, but you're going to lose. You're going to hit your teammate and you're going to get more pink time. We don't want that. That's where I'm going to end this at today, guys. It did really good. 2 destroyed ships, 5,000 damage total. Really good as far as this little boat goes. I'm really happy with it. So we're going to return to port on this. And that's where we're going to end it today, I think. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll do a little more like this, especially with a little bit of the Wikipedia on the ship. Involving the history of it, of the particular ship we're going to be showcasing that day. Again, I want to say thank you guys for being part of the Goldbug Gaming Group. Thanks for the like and the subscribe. If you do like the comment, or you do like the content, by all means, please like, subscribe, and definitely comment. It all helps. So I want to say thank you for being, following me along on my adventures here at Goldbug Gaming. So take care. And see you on the flip side.